Hello, welcome back to charcuterie video number 2. If you missed the first one, I went really in depth with my charcuterie board, all the cheeses, all the must-haves. When really there's no must-haves because there's no rules. But the video is linked below. Go ahead and click on it. It was my charcuterie board for Halloween, and this one is my CharcuterTREE board for Christmas. This one I'm doing a lot smaller because you eat a lot at Christmas. Everything's stuffed with cookies, sweets, desserts. You usually have a giant ham. This would be a great appetizer, something to just keep people mingling, keep people happy, or if you want to make it for yourself like I'm doing, that's absolutely okay. So before I go in depth of what I got, I do want to say I got everything for this board at Aldi. I love Aldi, and I said it before, I will say it again. Anytime you need any types of cheese, crackers, spreads, Aldi should be your #1 place to go. Their cheeses are nationally ranked, they are fabulous, and so reasonably priced. I'm a little upset though because normally they have Christmas, Halloween, all kinds of themed cheeses. If you watched my Halloween board video that you saw, I got 3 different ones. They're wrapped in wax, so they're preserved for however long you need them to be. But they're fun cheeses, they're named, they usually have a different flavor, a spice to them. Last year, I remember there was a port wine cheese, and I was like, what is this going to taste like? Oh my gosh, it was delicious. And it was only like $4, so I knew if I bought it and I didn't like it, it was gonna be okay. I had $4 to spare. Last time, I got a bunch of different crackers, pretzels, all that. I found this at Aldi. There's 6 kinds of crackers in here. There are 7-grain poppy and pepper water, a water cracker, not just water, rosemary, seeded multigrain, sesame wheat, and cracked wheat. Picked this up, I was good to go. I didn't have to look for anything else. Cheese-wise, I got a cheddar and Gruyere mix. I love Gruyere. It's a little sharper. It's generally a little harder cheese, so the fact that they mix it with cheddar will make it a little softer. I'm excited for this one. I also got I have not seen this brand there before, a farmhouse cheddar from Santori. It looks bougie. It's only $5, but it is extra sharp and rich. It says, a cheddar masterpiece inspired by our dedicated local family farms. And they have 3 different kinds of cheddar. This is the one I decided to go with. I also found a port wine cheese ball ready to go. I don't have to do a thing to it. Put it on the plate. So if you don't know, port wine cheese has a wine type flavor in it, but even if you don't like wine, it's okay. It's not gonna taste like you're drinking a bottle of wine and the cheese. But this cheese ball also contains almonds, and then they put a little annatto seed extract in here for the red color. So I am very excited to dig into this. It's gonna look very Christmassy and festive on my board. I also got a Colby Jack for kind of a base, mild, flavorless cheese to mix with some spreads and stuff. I did have to use half of it for a recipe I was working on right before this, so I have half a brick of Colby Jack. I also have brie. I used brie before. I cut out a ghost in it and I put the jam in the ghost, but this time I'm going to show you guys how to do a really easy baked brie that'll kind of switch up the game, give you a melty warm cheese texture. It's very quick, very easy. It's going to be delicious. So on the baked brie, I'm going to drizzle honey and use this blackberry jam spread, also from Aldi, that I used for my last video, but you know jam lasts forever in the fridge, so we're going to use some on here. The only meat I got this time was prosciutto. I don't have anyone else coming over to help me eat this cheese board, so I did not want to spend and prepare a board for 15 people, which I can get very easily caught up in. And I am obsessed with prosciutto. I think this was $5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices. I'm not mad about it. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna fill up my board, which is smaller. Ready to go. And this red pepper jam I'm excited for. If you've never had any hot pepper jam, red pepper jam before, try it. If you like peppers, you probably are gonna like it. It is great on a burger to give you that sweet and spicy combo with some bacon, some caramelized onion. Sounds delicious. I have not eaten dinner yet. But I just tried some recently a couple years ago. Surprising, because I love peppers and jam. But I'm really excited to try all these. I'm also gonna put an apple on here. I noticed last time I had all kinds of different fruits, strawberries, grapes. Everyone just went for the apples, and I like apples. I always have apples on hand, so this was something else I didn't have to buy. Right on my counter, I'm gonna cut it up, use it for my board. I'm also gonna put on some stone ground mustard, which is a favorite of mine. As you can see, it's already opened. I keep it in my fridge. If you like mustard, try some stone ground mustard. It is a very pungent, strong flavor of mustard. It's not like you're putting yellow hot dog mustard on your cheese and crackers. It really elevates the flavor, adds a nice savory touch if you do have some sweet jams on there. And the last thing that I did not get at Aldi, I was wandering through CVS and found these snowflake shaped white cheddar Cheetos. How could I say no? I'm very excited to put these on the board. I'm more excited to just eat them because white cheddar Cheetos are my favorite, and I do not buy them because I will eat the whole bag. But they have this nice little small bag. I know they used to have bones and skulls for Halloween, but I didn't see them this year, so I was really excited to find these. I'm gonna show you guys the baked brie, and then I'm gonna cut up the cheeses and build my board. And then I'm gonna eat because it's my dinner for one tonight. So for your baked brie, you're gonna take the plastic wrapping off your brie, and I am going to slice through the top layer of the brie. As you can see, the brie has like a coating on it, and you know exactly what I mean if you've eaten it before. See that white layer? I want to just slice into it so that when I drizzle the honey on top, some of the honey seeps in, and then after it's baked, it'll be nice and gooey, and it'll be easy to scoop because there'll be openings in here, and you can scoop the gooey cheese from the middle. So we have our cuts. I have my local Orlando honey that I'm gonna drizzle on top of here. And now I don't want to do too much because I don't want this to like bubble and boil and burn. I am gonna sprinkle a little salt on top of here. Brie is very salty, but I just want the salt to mix with the honey a little bit, and then I'm gonna bake this in the oven at 350 until it starts bubbling. All right, now I'm just gonna chop up my apple like I did before. Gonna cut down, get my little seed out, and then slice it very thinly so that you can layer the apple, the cracker, and the cheese together and get it all in one bite. And I'm gonna open up this farmhouse cheddar. This is kind of soft. I'm excited for this. Okay, let's see how it cuts. Yeah, nice and flexible. A little crumb. Oh, it's got some good texture. Oh my gosh. Good stuff, Aldi. So I have this little candy cane cookie cutter, and I want to cut some candy canes. So I know I'm only gonna get a couple, but I trimmed down the cheese so it's the size of the cutter. And now I'm going to carefully cut straight down. You could obviously buy sliced cheese and do this much easier. Oops, see that's breaking a little bit. Nice thing about this board is I can shove it back together, and I'm just gonna eat it anyway. And this piece worked out because the piece that broke off, I don't really need. Just push down. And if you watched me punch out the words boo in my last video, you know how tricky that was. This is much easier. And now I have a cute little candy cane. Next cheese, cheddar and Gruyere. I have a feeling I may have accidentally got two cheeses that are very similar. Same texture. It's a little softer. A lot more mild than the candy cane cheese. So the baked brie, I moved her onto a little plate. She is leaky, but she is delicious. I put some of the blackberry jam spread on top. Listen, this is delicious. Does it look the prettiest? Absolutely not. But I spread out the warm jam. Well, the jam was not warm, but because the cheese is so warm, look, it's just oozing everywhere. So do this last minute. You can design your whole board. Have this on the board with the plate empty, and then right before your guests come, take the plate off, put your brie in the oven, plop it on, and you are good to go. So let's get our board and get started. Start with this, so it has a little home, and then I have this very cute gingerbread knife I can slip in there. Let's get decorating. Well, friends, the board is done. Got the brie, delicious everywhere. Our cheeses, our candy cane cheese, this red pepper jam, our cheese ball, apples, Cheetos, prosciutto, Colby Jack. This board is ready to be eaten, and it's the perfect size for 1 or 2 people. Thanks for watching. Let me know which board you want me to do next. I love doing these fun little themed ones. Let me know what your favorite part was. If you like baked brie, if you don't, if you're excited for the cheese ball, which is delicious. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and sweet dreams.